We're going to start making the back first, and I'm using my 4mm hook and my yarn. I'm going to make a magic ring, and then I'm going to single crochet 15 times into this magic ring, and I'm crocheting over the tail as well. So to single crochet into the magic ring, you just have to put your hook into the middle, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over again and pull through the 2 loops on your hook, and you've got 1. And to keep things clear, I'm going to mark the first stitch of every round. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So after you've got 15 single crochets, you can tighten the ring. And then we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch that we made. So you put your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on your hook and chain 1, so that we can start round 2. For round 2, we're going to increase 15 times, so that we'll end up with 30 stitches on this round. So into the same stitch that you slip stitched into, insert your hook, single crochet, mark it if you want. You don't need to mark it if you don't want to. And then go back into the same stitch and do another single crochet, and then you would have made 1 increase. Increase again all the way around. So after you've increased all the way around, slip stitch back into the first stitch, chain 1, and we're going to start round 3. For round 3, we're going to do 5 single crochets and then increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase into the 6th stitch and do another 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase again all the way around. So 5 single crochets, 1 increase. After your last increase, we're going to slip stitch again into the first stitch, and chain 1, and on this round is where the star shape will start to form. So first of all, into the same stitch that you slip stitch, we're going to single crochet 1, and then we're going to half double crochet into the second stitch. So it's a half double, you yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 hoops on your stitch, on your hook. That's a half double, and then we're going to double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, put your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then into the next stitch we're going to do a treble crochet, yarn over twice, insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, then chain 1, and we're going to treble crochet back into the same stitch. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, oh my god, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to double crochet into the next stitch, then half double and single crochet. So it will look a bit like that, and then we're just going to do that same pattern 4 more times around. And after the last single crochet of that round, we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch, chain 1, and we're going to start round 6. So to start round 6 we're going to single crochet into the first stitch again, and then we're going to half double crochet, and then double crochet, treble crochet, and this is where, in the previous round is where the treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet is, so we're going to crochet into the space in between. So we're going to do a treble into the space, chain 1 and treble into the space again, and then into the next stitch, which is, we're working into this is the treble crochet in the previous stitch, so we're working back into the stitch. We're going to do a treble, like that, and then we double crochet, and then half double and single, and that is the pattern, and we're going to do that 4 more times on this round. So now I slip stitch into the first single crochet that we done, and chain 1, and this next round will be the last round. We're going to start with a single crochet, Then we're going to do a half double crochet, and then a double crochet, and a treble crochet, and then another treble crochet, and then now we're going to chain 2. So this part is a bit hard to explain, but the first chain is here. I'm going to put my hook into the first chain and then also into the back loop of that chain, so here, and I'm going to slip stitch that makes the point of the stars. I'll show you again on the next point. So then we treble crochet, and then another treble, a double crochet, half double, and then single. So you see, doing that makes it pointy as opposed to the previous rounds where it was just rounded. So then that is the pattern for the stars, for the, what are they called, the point of the stars. So you do that 4 more times again, and here is where we chain 2. Put your hook into the first chain and then into the back loop of that chain as well, and you're going to slip stitch. So you just yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook, and it makes a little point. And to finish off the round, I'm going to slip stitch into the first single crochet and chain 1 and pull your yarn through. So this is the back, and now we're going to do the front. So I'll just put this to one side. The front is essentially the same as the back that we just done, but with a hollow middle. So we're going to start with a slip knot, and we're going to chain 35. So 1, 2, 34, 35. And then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain. Make sure that your chain isn't twisted when you do the slip stitch. And the pattern is the same as round 5, 6 and 7 from the back. After you do a slip stitch, chain 1 and then single crochet into the same chain, and that is your first stitch. And then we've reached the end of the last round, so we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 and pull through. But I'm going to leave a a very long tail because I'm going to use this to connect to the back, and also to make a little handle. Is it called a handle? Anyway, yeah. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm just gonna pull through, and that is the front, like so. And so now we need to connect the front and back together. So that it'll be like this. I'm going to thread this onto the needle. And to connect the front and back, I'm just going to use this needle. If you prefer connecting it using another way, you can do that. It's literally any way you want. Because there's the same number of stitches around the front and around the back, so for every one stitch that you go through with your needle on the front, you go through one stitch on the back as well. So I'm just going to start here, go through this stitch, and go through this stitch. But we're not going to connect every single stitch. I'm starting here and I'll probably end it around here so that there's an opening for the photo card to go in. I've now finished connecting the front and back, and I've stopped connecting when I reached here. I tried to line it up so that it's roughly the same on both sides. So then, just to finish it off, to make sure this stays connected, I'm just going to go back in through the same last two stitches that we done and make a knot. And then like that. And I've actually decided now that I want the handle to be at the top, so I kept this so long for no reason, but it's fine. So I'm just gonna cut it short and weave this in, and I'm gonna weave in all the ends now before I do a handle. So yeah, I'll see you in 1 second. I've just finished weaving in the ends, so now the only thing missing is a handle. So I'm gonna attach some yarn to here. So you just have to pull the yarn through and chain one to attach, and you just keep chaining for the handle. I've chained 60 times, and that's how long I want my handle to be. So to finish off, I'm going back into the stitch and slip stitching. And then chain one and cut my yarn, and then I just have to weave in these two ends. And I'll be done.